we're going to talk about tips to attract a woman, to make a woman like you. And the number one tip that I can give you is to ignore a woman. A woman oftentimes these days feel privileged and they feel that many guys are chasing them. So if you're ignoring a woman and you're not giving her the big attention that all the other guys are giving her, she might wonder, like, why are you ignoring me? Many women today believe that they were put on earth because the men will worship them. Not only worship them, but worship the ground, the whole ground that woman walks on. You see, the biggest mistake a man can do is worship the ground that the woman walks on, because that woman probably has done nothing for you. And you go out of your way, you do all this stuff, and you give her all this attention. And what has the woman done for you? Probably nothing. When you know a woman and she's probably got a lot of guys chasing her, and then you kind of back off and you kind of ignore her, that woman starts thinking like, why is this person ignoring me? That means like not chasing, not liking all their pictures. You got to keep in touch with the woman, right? So she doesn't lose interest in you. If you ignore her completely, she just might go away. So you might want to just wait for her text or her messages and then casually talk to her. Let her be the first to message you. Do not wake up every day and write, "Good morning, sunshine. How was your day?" Don't do that. Just kind of back off and let that woman start having these feelings for you. You have to understand that this woman probably got 10 or 20 guys chasing her every day. Most of these guys are just like hungry. They see this woman and they want to kind of get with her, and they're just chasing her, kind of like hungry dogs. And you don't want to do that. You just want to be cool, because women do not like hungry guys chasing them. Also, ignoring a woman or not texting her all the time and messaging her and kind of bothering the woman, it separates you from the rest of the guys, because a lot of guys, they're texting women, they're messaging women. My best advice to you is don't do that. Don't act like one of the hungry guys, because these women have some choices and they're not going to choose a guy that's hungry and that's very thirsty for them. This kind of attitude gives a woman the thought of it's pre-selection. Like, you have lots of women that are chasing you and that you have a selection and that this woman is not the only woman. If a woman thinks that you're the only one that she's chasing, that the only one that likes you, she's going to go away. Why? Because women, they like men who have opportunities. They don't want to be the only and last choice. So don't let a woman think that they're the only one. Also, by ignoring her, you're telling her you ain't my best choice. That if you misbehave or you're not acting properly or whatever, you can be replaced because you have other options. It shows that you're not needy. You don't want a woman to think that like you're needy, because that totally turns a woman off. So have choices, have options. Don't let that woman think she's the only one. Tip number 2 for getting a woman to like you is walk away. Just walk away from that relationship. If you don't walk away at least once from a woman in the relationship, she probably won't respect you and that relationship will end. So at least one time, walk away if she misbehaves. Tell her that behavior is not appropriate. You don't like what she's doing and that you have to end the relationship now. Or tell her to go home. Just tell her if she misbehaves, go home. The date is over. I'm done. If you put your foot down with a woman and not take her crap, and then when she misbehaves, tell her the date's over to go home, she'll probably be coming back to you within a day or so later and apologizing and saying, "I'm sorry." And guess what, guys? The next time, she's not going to misbehave. Why? Because she knows that you're going to put your foot down and tell her to leave. I've made that mistake thinking if I ignore her, she'll stop. That's not true. If you ignore a woman for misbehaving, she'll continue on and on and on. So put your foot down before it starts. The thing about most women is they're going to test you. They're going to make tests and they're going to see like what kind of behavior you have, if you're going to stop her or not. So like I mentioned, just stop it immediately. Women are good about testing guys. And guys don't seem to understand that. And I've seen it a lot in my relationship. One mistake that guys make is they raise their voice when they're mad at a woman and they go ahead and like scream at them. There's no way as a man that you should scream at a woman. Just stay in control and tell her that the night is over and that the date is over, that go home. But do not yell, do not chastise. God forbid, do not hit a woman. Just behave in a calm, cool, clear manner. That woman will definitely respect that. Number 3 tip is just act normal around a woman. She's a woman and she's not a god or anything like that. So just behave like she's just a normal person like you or me. And she will like that. And, women just are so used to guys gawking over her and like looking at her, staring at her. Don't stare at women. Don't gawk at them. You can look at them casually, but don't be like having your eyes fixed on a woman like you're hungry. Just treat the woman nice and respectful and just be kind, and the woman probably will like you. Guys, the sad reality is it's probably the woman that's going to make the final decision whether you date her or not. You can like a woman till your face turns blue, but if that woman doesn't like you, she doesn't like you. So the best thing you can do is cut your losses and move on to the next woman. Do not be aggressive with a woman. If you like her and maybe she doesn't like you, don't try to force her to like you. She's going to run away even faster and farther. Don't ever try to manipulate a woman, and make her like you. And if she doesn't like you, try to make her like you. You know what? If a woman doesn't like you, she just doesn't like you. The most powerful tool a man has is his ability to just walk away. Walk away from that woman, because that woman is probably going to be like, why is he walking away from me? Just walk away. That's the power that the man has, is to go ahead and cut that relationship or just walk away. The truth is that if a woman likes you, she likes you. And you can't really do anything about it. I mean, if a woman's into you, she's into you. If she's not, she's not. So look for that woman that's into you, that it's something that you can see. It's not like something that you have to convince a woman. If a woman's into you, you can feel it in your heart. You can see it by the way she behaves. Relationships and love, you don't have to convince them to love you. Either they like you or not. And just be yourself and be casual. Don't try to force the relationship. Just let it happen naturally. Just remember, the woman is the person who makes that final decision. So just enjoy the relationship. Be a good guy. Don't stare at the woman, like you're a crazy animal. Just relax and take it easy and let the woman come to you. Thank you so much. Please like, share, subscribe this video, and we're going to see you next show.